Okay, here's a good one right here. It's Bank of America, and this thing's got multiple points in it that you can learn from. This is just a perfect example on so many different ways. Uh, they came out and they had some news on something. I checked it later on after, just out of curiosity. What was it? But the thing is, when I bought into it, I didn't care what the news was. I could care less. I mean, it's the old saying. The news is in the chart. It's in the price action. It's in the volume. It's already there. This first volume pop right here, boom. I'm guarantee you that's where the news came out at, right here. Um, but this thing, so I missed it. This thing runs green. See, this white line right here is usually my green line, but it acts funky from if I go forward in time. If I go back in time, it acts weird. But anyway, this yellow line right here is the unchanged mark. So you get this drop, and then they've got some news come out. Volume, boom, it pops up. It runs to green. Okay, I didn't see any of that. I mean, I saw if I'd have seen some volume like this, I might have tried some down here and took it to green. And then somebody, I didn't see it. Somebody in this chat was just saying that, they bought it. They bought it when it went green and it pulled back and they got out of it. Well, that's where I got in. you know, um, the thing, it runs to green. I mean, this is typical. Massive volume. It runs to green. It pulls back. This yellow fast line right here. This is the 10 MA. This is a 1 minute chart. Um, it pulls back and it holds the 10 MA, and then it pushes higher. I mean, that's what things will do. They'll run to a certain point, they'll pull back, and then they'll go back for more. They'll test it again. And with some serious volume like this, and this thing tested green and had a slight pullback, and then starts to pick up again, I'm watching this thing. And I got in at like 0.64. I actually bought this. Um, and then here comes more volume. And you got to look at this volume. Look at it compared to what it was doing before. And then boom, just this massive volume. So I get in this thing at 1064, and the question is, when you get in something, you know, where do you think it's going to go? Well, what I use a lot of times is the moving averages on the daily. I let the daily be my guide. You can see this green line right here. This is the 5 MA on the daily. This yellow line is the 10 MA on the daily, and then the 20 is red, and then the turquoise is 50, and then so on. So I get in this thing and I say, okay, well, it's made it through the 5. It's went green. It's holding green. Now, it didn't come all this way and have all this volume just to come to green. The unchanged mark on the day and just be over. I mean, so where is it going to go? Well, I simply looked at the daily chart and I looked at this yellow moving average, which is the 10 MA on the daily. It's the fast line on the daily. And where is it at? It's right at 11. Well, that seems perfectly logical. That is perfectly logical. Um, it's made it through 1050, a big round number, which is green. It holds green. It's got massive volume. Where are they going to run this thing to? Probably going to run it to 11. And this is end of day, so probably going to run it to at least 11. And so I buy this thing and I hold in, and right here I say, oh, double top, and I get out. Um, and that was at around, what is that, 1090. It peaked at like 1093, 1094. Said, okay, close enough to 11. They ran it to about the 10 MA. Because sometimes it won't get quite there, but it'll get right in the vicinity. I mean, I use these moving averages, and the daily chart as a guide. So it pulls back, and then it starts doing this action right here, this cup action. I didn't long it, but I look at it, and I'm thinking, yeah, this thing's going to go now. And where does it run to? It runs to like 11:04 that day. It just peeked its head up above 11, and then that was it. That was it. You can see the rest of the day. That was it. Um, so that's how you do this stuff. I mean, you know, multiple points in this. Volume, massive volume, nice. That gets a lot of people's interest. And see, the thing is about green. When you see something go green, you don't want something that just keeps the same kind of average volume when it's going green. If if this thing would have, if this volume wasn't like this and it was like this right here, just average what it's been doing all day, and then it went for green, I wouldn't have bought that green cross. I wouldn't have bought that green cross. That green cross needs to be bought when there's massive volume involved. That's what attracts day traders. That's what attracts different traders to hop in this thing and give it a spin. Take it for a spin. That's what you look for. Um, so this thing was just great. This was just great. I mean, if you had a trained eye and you could see this, perfect, 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 perfect. And that was Bank of America from June. June 10th, 2011. I just decided I was going to go back and make a video of, how to play these stocks off of these daily moving averages. Um, so, uh, so this was the first one that was on my mind, and this was like last Friday, and today is the 17th, so it was a week ago. So anyway, okay, well that's one down. Got a lot more to go. One more point I'd like to make on Bank of America, and man, this thing just had so many points in it. Um, you can see 11 right here. I mean, this volume is massive right here. I mean, I think all these little volume bars are like 100,000 or something like that. I don't know, and then it mashes up to like a million. Each one of these is like a million to 2 million. It pulls back on light volume. See, the pullback was light, and then it takes off for more. Now this isn't light volume, but it's a lot lighter than this stuff. But you can see right here this candle right here and this massive volume bar right here. That is blow off volume. That a lot of times can signify the end of a move. And 4 million over 4 million shares traded. So just on that 1 minute candle alone, and it seems a lot of people had the same idea that 11 was going to be it, and you can just see all the trades. I mean, how many trades took place, or how many shares got traded? 4 million. Blow off volume, done right at 11. So that was just one more key point I wanted to make on that.